Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land and the vinyl community and Beatles world. It's Beatle Dave calling to you from Derbyshire in the UK. For this little video, I thought that we would have a look at one of the later Beatles compilation albums, The Beatles Past Masters. This actually came out in 2009, I think it was, just after the reissue of the Beatles stereo LPs. Originally, this was two separate albums, and you could only get it on a CD or CDs. That made sense that once they brought out reissued all the stereo LPs, that you got this. Because the thing was, when they did it with the CDs in because originally this came out in 1988, I think it was, on CD, and again, EMI, in their wisdom, decided to release all the Beatles albums on CD. So that was like from 1987 up to the beginning of 1988, I think it was. And then the idea was that then when you bought the CDs of Past Masters Volume 1 and Past Masters Volume 2, technically, you had everything that the Beatles ever released commercially in the UK, technically. Right. So when vinyl started to make a comeback, EMI or Sony or whoever owned the rights at the time, decided that they would re-release the Beatles albums in two box sets. So you got the stereo box set, and then you got the mono box set, which came out slightly after the reissues of the reissues of the CDs, if that makes sense. So this came out, and it is actually quite hard to get now. But basically, it's if you've got the original 13 Beatles UK albums and you've got this, you have in reality got everything that Beatles released up to 1970 commercially. So side one is Love Me Do, and that is the original single version, because on a lot of the later compilations you actually get the album version. Then you've got From Me to You, Thank You Girl, She Loves You, I'll Get You, I Won't Hold Your Hand, This Boy, Komm die Mind a Hand, and Sebi Dutch, which is I Won't Hold Your Hand and She Loves You in German. And before you say it, I know I've probably pronounced them wrong, so I am sorry that I can't read German. So that's my get out clause on that one. So I hope you do understand. Side two, you get Long Tall Sally, I Call Your Name, Slow Down, and Matchbox, which was originally only ever available in England on a EP, an exclusive EP. That was the only way you could get those four songs for years and years and years. Then you get I Feel Fine, She's a Woman, Bad Boy, Yes It Is, and I'm Down. So that's side one and side two. That is basically 1962 to 1965. The side three kicks off again a couple of songs from 1965. You get Day Tripper, We Can Work It Out. Then you get Paperback Writer and Main, Lady Madonna, The Inner Light, Hey Jude, and Revolution. So you get nothing whatsoever from 1967 on this album, which is because if you've got Sgt. Pepper and you've got Magical Mystery Tour, you've already got everything that the Beatles, released commercially in 1967, haven't you? Right, so side four, which is the final side, you get Back with Billy Preston, Don't Let Me Down with Billy Preston, The Ballad of John and Yoko, Old Brown Shoe, Across the Universe, Let It Be, and You Know My Name, Look Up the Number. Now, if you're saying this is supposed to be stereo, I think, if I remember rightly, tracks 1, 2, 3, and 4, so that's Love Me Do, From Me to You, She Loves You, and I'll Get You, are in mono. All songs by John Lennon, Paul McCartney, published by Sony Stroke ATV Music Limited. So you don't get the Northern Songs credits on this. So this could actually be, I think this is from 2017. I don't know if this was from that series they did when you got the magazines with it, which it could be. So that's the front cover. That's the back cover. And think it's a gatefold sleeve. So it opens up like that. Something just fell out there, didn't it? Just fell out. Ooh, there was one sec, folks. Bit of paper, nothing really interesting on it. So like I say, this has got some slight creasing on here, but this is how I got it. I bought this a couple of years ago, and from what I can remember, you do get some goodies with it, don't you? So you get, yeah. So this was from the magazine. I can never work out how you pronounce it. Is it Diogenesty, something like that? Where basically you subscribed and then you got a record every month, didn't you, or something? So you get like this little pamphlet. So that has got like information on all the songs that are on it. Lovely photo of the Beatles there. Some photos of the Beatles on the back. And then some lovely photos of them on the inside as well. And brief information of the recordings and things like that. And I think you've got something close with this. Oh, this is, yeah. So this is from the magazine. That's telling me the track listing. About the record itself. Nice photos of the Beatles. One of the last photos of the Beatles there. I think John Lennon's got my hat on now, to one base of me. He says jokingly. So you get that with it as well. That's it. So, would you like to see the records, ladies and gents? Of course, that's what you're watching the channel for, isn't it? See Dave's Beatles records. So side 1 and side 2, this is what I like about this, because when it was on CD, it was just on silver Parlophone label, which looked absolutely horrible, to be honest. And this is actually made in the EU, so although it's a UK pressing, that's because I bought it in the UK, so I did actually think it was a UK pressing. So that is side 1 with the lovely yellow and black Parlophone label. And then that is side 2 again, lovely yellow and black Parlophone label. Nice heavyweight. It's got to, I think this is a 180 gram record. Just a quick update. If you watched my video the other day, or last week, when I was on about the not Sergeant Pepper, Please Me, and I says there's some people saying they've got a later copy of Please Me with the yellow and black label. This is what I meant by yellow and black label. That's not gold, is it? It's yellow, but they're trying to sell them as black and gold labels. But I did show you what them labels are like. But that's a completely different video. So if you haven't checked that one out, please do. That's highly entertaining. Sound quality on these is absolutely amazing. I think, if I remember rightly, Giles Martin saw the compiling of these. I don't think there was remixed, but I think there was slight remasters, weren't there? And then sides 3 and 4. So you get that one in the white sleeve, don't you? Then you get this one in the black sleeve, and this is on Apple, which I think is quite nice. So you've got both the original labels, haven't you? So that is side 3. And then that is side 4. So you'd lot out there probably saying, well, Beatle Dave, is it worth getting it if I've got some of the other compilation albums? To be honest, it's down to you. Really is down to you. It's like what I've said before. Just put everything back first, and I can see you. Sort of yes and no. If you are just beginning to collect Beatles records and you've got the majority of the original UK albums or shall we say the original UK catalogue on LP. They might not, they might not, they might not be from the 60s. There could be modern day reissues, and you haven't got a compilation album. Then I would say yes, get this, because, like I said, technically, if you've got the 13 British Beatles albums and you've got this, you've technically got everything they ever recorded commercially from 1962 to 1970. There is a few other compilations which I would say are slightly better in some ways, i.e. the Red and the Blue albums, or 1962 to 66 and 1967 to 70, as they are officially called. But on some of them, you're just getting a lot of the songs that are on the albums as well, where this was supposed to be songs that were never really on the British albums. So it is worth getting for that. It's not cheap, though, to be honest. I think you're not going to get this for less than 20 quid. I'd be very surprised if you got it for less than £20. But then it's like if you get the one album, which has actually been re-released again, hasn't it? The one album. Yes, you're getting more. You're getting a lot of songs on. I think you get 27 songs on that, or something like that. But again, a lot of the songs on that will be on the other albums. So if you just want an album of songs that weren't originally on any other Beatles albums, then yes, it is a must. Sound quality, I think, is brilliant. All right. So technically, that is a reissue of the LP that came out in 2000. I think it came out in 2012. I don't think it actually came out in 2009. I think it was the CDs that came out in 2009. And then the LPs came out in 2012, didn't they? Some people say this isn't a true analog LP. I don't like getting into that debate. Some people say, well, this is just a copy of the CDs, which it could be. I don't know. To me, they sound fine. On my system, I think they sound fine. I do play this quite often. I've got no problem with it whatsoever. Like I say, I've got it for completeness, and it is a fine little album to play it, to be honest. And because it's on, like, it's a double album. One of the albums is on Parlophone and one of the albums is on Apple. Again, I think that is unique. I think that is the only Beatles album that's got both of the, the Parlophone and the Apple labels on it. Yeah, I can't fault it, to be honest. I think I love this when it came out on CD, to be honest. So, I've always had, quite an affection for that album. As you know, I've been collecting Beatles records for over 40 years. But believe it or not, there's still two LPs, Beatles LPs, that I haven't got. And I do keep looking for them, but every time I see them on eBay or Discogs or somewhere else, they're very, very expensive. One is a companion to this one. So instead of it being like this, it's in a white sleeve, and it's the Beatles Mono Masters. Most of the songs are the same on it, but that is over 3 LPs, and that is, I think that was originally came out with the Beatles mono box set. You can buy it separate, but you're talking over £100 for it. And basically, there's 4 songs on it. I would be buying it for 4 songs that I haven't got that are in mono. So yeah, if I ever see it at the right price, I will buy it. And I would like to have it for completeness, and I'd like to have it, like I say, it's like the sister companion to this, isn't it? Another one I haven't got, believe it or not, is Let It Be Naked. I've got on CD. I've got it on CD. But again, that is one where every time I see it, it's going for really, really stupid money. And I mean stupid money. I was looking at one this morning. I think they wanted 175 quid for it. Would you pay 175? I mean, yes, I would like it for completeness. But I am not willing to pay £175 for something that basically I've got on CD, and I've got all the songs on bootlegs and things like that anyway. So there's really, apart from the fly on the wall free 7-inch that you get with it, which wasn't really free, was it? Because it just made the actual album very expensive. There's nothing really new on it, but I would still like to get it for completeness. That's the thing with being a Beatles collector. You sometimes think you've got to get everything that's ever been out. I've got, like I say, I've got numerous copies of every British Beatles album, apart from the Mono Masters and Let It Be Naked. Whether I will ever get them or not, I don't know. I can get them at the right price, and I will, but I will not pay silly money for them. The way things are going in the world at the minute, to be honest, I just couldn't justify paying that sort of money for a record at the minute, no matter how much I want them. As always, thank you to everybody that is subscribing and liking my videos. If you watch my videos and you like them, just give me the thumbs up and then just press subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. I know that I'm always going to be smallish channel. I'm not going to be one of these great big massive channels that have like millions of viewers. I know that because it is a bit of a niche market, the Beatles. Not everybody in the world likes the Beatles. Not everybody in the world likes records and record collecting. That's why we do mix things up sometimes. Yes, it is Beatle Dave, and 99% of the time it is about the Beatles, but we do occasionally do like little features on other artists, and it is about record collecting in general as well. That's what this channel is all about. It's just a little bit of fun. It is an old man now. I know I'm getting old. I've just done 8 days on the trot at work, and it about killed me, to be honest. I've been off since Thursday. Thursday I didn't want to do a thing. I just sat there, could hardly move. I was absolutely knackered. Yesterday we did a little market. Wasn't records, it was just selling a little bit of bric-a-brac because my missus has been off work long-term sick, and we are going to Liverpool soon, so we just thought we'd get rid of a bit of bric-a-brac, so she's got a little bit of money to spend when we go to Liverpool, basically. And today I took the dog for a walk. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning because for some reason I actually thought that I was at work, and I thought it was a Monday, or that I wouldn't have been going to work on Monday anyway, so you work that one out, senior moment. But as that's going off the rails, isn't it? As always, love your records, cherish your records, clean your records. As I said before, if you clean your records, these can last a lifetime. But it's not just cleaning your record. You've got to make sure that your stylus is clean and things like that. And how you store them. That is the best way to store a record, is that way, not that way. I've seen some people and they just put them all up like that. That can actually warp your records. If you've got the room, try and keep them something like this. As always, what you lot out there collect is entirely up to you. This channel, everything I show you is mine. My records, I've gone out and bought them over a number of years. Like this one. If you haven't got it, I would highly recommend it. If you're just getting into the Beatles, it's a nice album to have. If, like I've said, if you've got the other 13, because we do count Magical Mystery Tour now, don't we, as an official British album, and then you've got that. Technically, you have got everything the Beatles released commercially from 1962 to 1970. There is better compilation albums out there. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, the one album's a good compilation album. 62 to 66, 67 to 70 are essential compilations. And the other one you need to get is this one here. Now, I always call it the Beatles box, but then some people call it the Beatles box from Liverpool. That's 8 albums. But it is great. It is like the greatest hits, and you will get slightly different mixes and things from around the world on that. So that is one to check out if you've ever got a spare few quid. I say that you look on eBay, you can usually get from £50 upwards, to be honest, which for 8 LPs ain't bad, is it? And then they are on Parlophone, EMI Parlophone World Records, I think it was, because originally you could only get that mail order. So that is a nice one to look out for. And like I say, usually you can get for under £100, to be honest. So as always, it's Beatle Dave, wishing you all peace and love. Be nice to one another. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, why not? You're watching it, so just subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Saying that, I don't take myself too serious. So once again, thank you to everybody that is subscribing and liking my videos. And that's going to be it for today. Whatever you're doing out there in YouTube land and the vinyl community and Beatles land and things like that. Just, be safe. And like I say, love one another, peace and love. And I will see you again very soon. So thank you for my video, and I hope I've entertained you.